Hello everyone and welcome back. Again, we're starting underground. What I'm doing is I'm standing down here. I'm one block above bedrock, and the reason I'm down here is we're going to take a sidetrack from Botania today. We are going to create a little bit of a blood altar down here, and we're going to create a ritual of suffering. The reason we're going to do that is because I went into the nether and I found us one of these. Found a blaze spawner. I've also got a bunch of witch spawners. And the easiest way that I can see to kill them is going to be to use a ritual of suffering, which will kill them slowly, as well as produce nice byproducts. Now, to also make sure they die, we're going to be lining the floor with punji sticks, since witches have a nasty habit of regenerating even when they're in a suffering aura, and I want them to die for their stuff. So what we're going to be doing here is creating, I think I'm going to go for a tier 4 blood altar, and I'll probably run this ritual and probably leave one of my orbs on it, and then we'll kind of go from there and see what we're going to get out of this. I'm hoping to come out of it with enough blaze rods that we can start moving into some of the other things that require blaze powder, or like some ender chests, which is something we're kind of needing right now because excavating these areas here produces a lot of byproducts, and having to constantly run back to that little area up there to dump out is a bit of a slowdown. So what I've got here is these torches mark the center of 4 chunks. So this is kind of the area I'll probably put the blood altar like right on top of this pip here, because that'll be the center of one of the 5x5 rooms. And then I'm going to build it up, get the altar in place, and then start creating the structure for the altar. But I need to plan out how high off the ground I want the suffering to be, because I want the punji sticks on this level, and then I want a couple, I think I need 3 or 4 blocks, and then the spawner, and then a couple blocks above it, and then I need suffering sitting on top of that, because I want to make sure everything stays contained. So that's kind of the plan right now. Once I get the levels figured out as far as where things go, I'm going to gather up materials and get started, and then I will be back. Okay, we're back. I think I've got this figured out. We're sitting, this block is the 15th block above the base there. That should give us enough of what we're looking for, and I believe I have enough ritual stones. So what we're doing here is we're shift scrolling through trying to find the well of suffering. That's what we're looking for here. It's in here somewhere. Probably went by it once already. Ritual. They've added so many rituals. Okay, now we've got it. So now what we can do is we just basically hold right click, and up above us, Newt's life pool is being drained, which is, I'm okay for that. And we are done. No more clicky, no more green sparks. So that ritual is now in place, because I don't feel like getting eaten by something falling down on me. We're going to put some torches on the dusk runes. Alright, so basically what this gives us is, this is our ritual. So now above this, I'll place the blood altar. And let's go back down here. Now, let's take a look here. I'm going to check my trusty diagram here. Okay, so the spawners need to be 9 blocks. They need to be the 9th block above here. So, I'll get rid of some of that. So if we do, this is our first 3, 4, and get rid of those again, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is where the spawners would go. The idea with this is the rituals will be outside of the upper limit the spawners can spawn in, and then the bottom down there, the escape radius of the spawners has I think it's a 4 block gap from underneath that radius to the bottom, so like to that stone brick down there. So this will be coated in punji sticks down there. The theory is they will spawn and they will fall, and the punji sticks are specifically to kill the witches, since they're capable of surviving a well of suffering. The blazes I'm not all that concerned about. I will need to double. Ooh, that could be a problem. The radius on Well of Suffering is 10 blocks from it. That's going to be a problem. That drops us outside. Alright, we're going to have to pull the escape radius up a little bit then. I may have to lower the whole ritual. Alright, just a second. I need to go consult the graph paper, and I will be back. Okay, I think I got it fixed here. So what we're going to do is, I believe it was the 10th block up that we're now going to place that. Let me double check. So 3. Okay, it's the 11th. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And let's do this again. Luckily, this thing saved its settings, so we're going to burn up some more of his power. And... oh, that was not the way to do this. I held shift while doing it, so it glommed a bunch of rituals together. Okay, I'll get this right. You can tell it's been a while since I've created a ritual. Let's see. Try number, what is this, 3? One of these times it'll work. So now we gotta go, we gotta find the Well of Suffering again. Focus of the ellipsoid. I thought about messing around with Veil of Evil because it just seemed kind of amusing. It removes the spawn light restrictions, so critters can spawn in daylight. They'll still burst into flames when they spawn, but still kind of amusing. Oh, I know I passed it. Alright, so Speed Shepherd Well. Let's see if we can find that again. So, Ritual, Speed Shepherd Well. There we go. And now do not hold shift, and that will regenerate our area for us. And done. Put our torch there. Put our torches back on the dusk runes, which should be enough. Now we do have flat surfaces down here, well, actual spawnable surfaces, so we are going to get bats, which is going to be annoying, but I think we can live with them. I'm hoping the suffering kills them, because if it does, that'll mean we get the bat wool every now and then, which could be useful for witchery that he's working on. Okay, so now for our spawner, we need 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, oops, can't count, 6, 7, it needs to be the 8th block, because I condensed everything a little bit. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, this is where the spawner will go, right here. So we're going to leave, we're going to mess up my tools, we're going to leave that block in place, and get rid of these. Now the way this works is it has a 10 block radius out from it. Basically it's in the middle of a 21 by 21 cube. So it will hit 10 blocks below it. So let's double check to make sure that this is correct. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oops, not 6, 7. Let's try this one more block over. I'm having a heck of a time lining things up tonight. Let's see. Try this again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ritual stone is one above. Okay, so this will hit everything right down to the bottom. I wasn't taking any chances with the punji sticks, so I dropped the radius down so it sits right on top of this level. So now if we look at it here, we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So it will hit out to this area right here, which works out really well. So what we'll do is this is going to be the radius we'll work with. So I'm going to need a lot of punji sticks to fill this area in. They're more than likely overkill, but at the same time I don't want to risk the escape radius of these things and having witches pile up in here and collapse the server, because I am going to chunk load this area. So that's that's kind of the reason we're going with the punji sticks. They're also cheaper than spikes. They do take a little bit more in the material department to create, but at the same time it's sugarcane, I believe it's what it takes, or sticks or something like that, so they're not that intensive as far as materials, at least as the value of the materials. Let's actually double check. Can I, ooh, caps lock, bungee stick, yeah, 5 reeds for 5, and then I think each block can hold 5 if I remember correctly. So I mean you kind of look down there, 21 by 21, that's a lot of bungee sticks. Oh, and I did move my oops, I took all of the essence berry bushes that we have found over time with the turtle and exploration and moved them up here just so we've got some experience berries. I figured we might as well use them. So now, alright, I'm going to get down there, I'm going to get that filled in. I'm going to get, I think I may just wall this in with a little bit of stone or a little bit of glass. Basically, I'm going to get the containment area done, and I'm going to start the altar, and then I will be back. All right, and we're back. So we are to the point now where we have a cube built. There was only a minor mathematical glitch that resulted in the removal of 2 walls and the reconstruction. So what we need right now is the blood altar, which we're going to do like this. So now we get our blood altar. All right, I got the glowstone. You have the bloodstone?
I have much bloodstone.
Okay. All right. Okay, so as you can see, way down there. So let's go down here and loop around.
I'm going to take off your helmet when you're recording.
What for?
You have a custom skin.
Yeah, but you can't see it. I'm in first person.
Oh, true enough.
All right, second here, I want to go over the inner layout here and then see if I can get it right this time. Okay, so what we've got is each one of these blocks, like we were saying before, is 10 blocks to here. Well, what I did wrong is I think while I was talking last time, I made an extra half loop. So each one of the north and the east walls were each 2 blocks farther out than they needed to be, which is a royal pain in the butt. So now we've got this room built. The ceiling is too thick. The reason for that is the spawners are capable of spawning 2 blocks above them, and I want them all to spawn down here. I don't want anything to get stuck up top. So in theory, if I put a spawner there and then kind of honeycomb a few out around it, because I've got some more witch spawners, they should appear in the air and fall. At least that's the general idea. So let's get up here. All right, you ready for the blood altar? 1, 2,
Yep.
3. I can't jump that high. All right, and altar. Oop, we needed the 1 block under it, didn't we? Oop, you did it. All right. Okay, so I've got glowstone. All right, I got the 4 glowstone. Need some torches up here, otherwise something's going to eat us. And as you can see right here, I activated the ritual. It's got a really neat effect. It's significantly different from the binding ritual. It's very simple, but it's still neat to look at. Okay, so he's building those, so we're going to need pillars here. Oops, there. And they're going to be in these corners. And okay, so now I believe it's up 2, then glowstone. So 1, 1, 2, glowstone. Bit of a repetitive process, but in theory, if it works, we should end up with.
Do you want to just seal this with stone?
Like encase the entire inside in stone?
Yeah.
Yeah, we
How
might.
accessible do you want the runes?
I don't think we're really going to need it. I mean, we can easily carve our way into it later, or we could easily maybe let's take the under area, like just the let's leave this 3x3 above the ritual active or open.
Oh yeah, you want to have a on-off toggle available.
Yeah. All right. 1, 2. Okay. Now, why did it? That's weird. Okay. All right, you said you've got the bloodstones?
Yep.
All right. Get this filled in. I'm going to put torches on top of the... do you have torches?
Yes, I do.
Let's just slap one on top of each of the air runes. We're getting some dark spots. And that would be inconvenient.
Creeper.
Yeah, right. Yeah, take out the ritual stone and blazes start flying everywhere. This will pretty much guarantee nothing can get up here unless I've severely messed up the math. We won't talk about how I messed up the below area as far as messing up math, but you know. Wait, something doesn't seem right.
Something is wrong.
Yeah, the upper part is too tall. Let's just lower the blood altar down 1.
Yeah. How did I mess this up?
I don't know. It looked right. Either that or I just placed it incorrectly to begin with. It's just one, and then the
Yep.
stones are around this.
Yep.
And then I needed that one, of course. And there. Now let's take a peek. All right, we're
Give
tier
ourselves
3.
a little more access here.
Yeah, we're at tier 3 now, so let's start. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3. That should be even with it. The bloodstones will go there. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'll be right back. Okay, and I'm back. Had a random child invasion. 2, 3, 4. Okay. You missed, didn't you?
I landed on it. With my face.
Alright, so that's, once those are in place, we should have a tier 4. Then it's going to be a matter of an obscene amount of punji sticks, which I'm not entirely certain I'm going to have enough for. So I may end up with a checkerboard pattern below, as opposed to an actual full grid to start with. And we're at tier 4. And ta-da! Tier 4, active ritual. So in theory, anything that dares to spawn in that area below us should get minced by this ritual. And then all its drops should have been here. So what I'm probably going to do, I think the goal will be to get some transfer nodes.
How pretty do you want it?
I'd say at this point, if we've got a little bit of spruce to it, it probably is okay, but this one's way underground. So we're probably going to put like interaction or transfer nodes with world interaction upgrades in them and see if it's enough to take anything from this room. So there's probably going to be 4 of them. But I'm going to get started on getting the materials together for the transfer nodes, speed upgrades, stack upgrades, and the punji sticks. Once I get to that point, I will be back. Alright, so punji sticks take a little longer to craft than I originally thought. So apparently, after I did some of the math before I started, but it didn't dawn on me that apparently you can't right-click sugarcane with bone meal for some reason. You can't do it with the Green Grove sigil either. You right-click it and nothing happens. It does appear to be affected by the Green Grove sigil when it's on. So right now, what we have is a ritual of the, I think it's a ritual of the Green Grove, running up by our altar up top, and I've got 8 sugarcane sitting on it. I've just been sitting up there breaking it whenever it harvests. One thing I did make to speed this up is I made a crafting halo, and I have the punji stick recipe saved in it. So all you do to do that is this thing is let me bring up the recipe here real quick. It's really easy to make, and I'd never made it because I never thought I would really need it, but now that I've got this insane amount of crafting to do, it's really useful. Because you right click on that crafting table that appears in the world, you put the punji stick recipe in here, an X of sugarcane, and you craft one. And now it remembers it, and it knew that I had it. It was kind of holding it in the air in front of me. I moved over, and you right click on one of these empty spots. You like no recipe, right click to set, and I can right click it. And now from that point on, anytime I right click on this spot right here with punji stick in it, it takes any sugarcane that I have in my inventory and crafts it. So I'm just standing there holding this thing in my hand, breaking the sugarcane and crafting it into punji sticks whenever I get it, so I can keep an idea of how many I've got. So this is kind of what I've been doing, and as you can see, I'm just about done. I'm going to get to the point where I think I'm going to kind of either run a platform out there. I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to get those spawners in there, but I'm going to put my blaze spawner in the middle, and then I'm going to pack as many of my witch spawners around it as I can to get that going, because the witches will do the glowstone, the redstone, the sticks, and all sorts of fun stuff. So that's kind of where we're at right now, and you can see he's helping me. He's got his little Green Grove sigil running as well. So we're kind of pumping this up and getting it going as fast as we can. So once I get done and I get to the point where I'm going to be placing the spawners, I will be back. Alright, and we're back, and it's time to find out whether or not I have made any serious mistakes. So we've got 4 witch spawners and 1 blaze spawner. So the witch spawners are going to go around the edges here. Blaze spawner is going to go in the middle. The idea is to do this as quickly as possible. Where did all the stones go that I picked up? Oh, I probably dropped them. That's not good. I need to be able to seal that. Okay, so we need some cobble, which means I need to put that back. Okay. Alright, let's see here. So we need to get over there. Oh, wow. Slowness really is slow. So we need... Let's just go with that much cobble for now. Do this so we can chisel it into the stone we need, which is that. And okay, now we need to get back over there. Oof, I like halved my flight distance, if not more. Okay, let's try it. All right, here goes. If you hear me screaming, this is why. And 1. Oh, I can't reach up. Oh, this is gonna be. This is gonna be fun. All right, I'm probably gonna get killed. Let's see what happens. So witch, blaze, run like there's no tomorrow. And we need blocks. And I think we had blocks. We had blocks there. And I hear things dying. What about you?
I heard a blaze die.
Alright, I'm going to go cut a hole in the wall and see if something tries to eat my face. Get all my gear back here in place. Alright, let's just do this. Yep. Oh, wow, there's a lot of goo on the floor down here already. The punchy sticks look like they were all that was needed to trip the balance. The witches, because the witches start wandering around while they're regenning, and they just start dying. Alright, that is perfect. So what I'm going to do here is I am going to finish this up off camera, I think, because I'm running out of time, unfortunately. And by finish up, what I mean is get the item retrieval system in. It's just going to be a bunch of transfer nodes, hopefully. And once I get that in place, I will show it to you next episode, and we will move on from there. But thank you for watching.